So with the first video I posted of my journey, basically just progress update to start on a personal brand right now in 2024 for months or years in advance. And I saw that people actually watched and commented on this video, and it made me just believe in myself a little bit more. And plus it also made me feel like I should probably post more, because posting that one video isn't really going to be adding on to much, say years in advance. So basically what I want to talk about today is something I've never talked about. It's just a belief I have, and I feel like me saying this out loud could help someone and also could help me form my own thoughts. So I might not be too clear about it, like maybe other things I can talk about. But the thing I'm talking about, as you saw by the title, is delusion can be a really good, beneficial thing. And what I mean by that is, when starting out on this journey, I didn't believe in myself, and that was probably the most detrimental thing that I did, other than the fact that I just had a bunch of self-doubt, which is basically the same thing. But what I did was I was just completely delusional versus all odds. I just said, no, I know I'm going to be rich one day. I know I'm going to have this. I know I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to achieve this. And I just said, no, like, fuck all the odds. Like, I'm going to do this. And I don't care what the statistics say. I don't care where I came from. I don't care not going to college. I don't care about this or that or this or that. I just said, no, I'm going to do this. So what I'm trying to say is delusion can be a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing. It could lead you down. Personally, I would say delusion made me lose money when trying to sell in stocks and Bitcoin. I would say delusion also made me stick around to old bad habits. So delusion can be good in certain spaces and bad in certain spaces. But for the term of success, I would say delusion could be one of the best things possible. I have seen people think about a time that you could relate to. Like, I can relate to basketball. Someone saying, bro, I know I'm going to beat you. Like, they're just so overly confident. Even though you know you're going to beat them, they're so overly confident. A part of you is scared that they actually might beat you and they actually might win. So I think that delusion could be one of the best things that boosts you. It's almost like fake it till you make it. A lot of people think faking it till you make it isn't the best thing, but in this case, I think faking it till you make it could be one of the best things you could do too. For me, thinking about it now, without actually thinking about doing that, faking it till I make it, I realized, like, I already knew this, but I'm internalizing it right now, that I started dressing more old money and more classy and just looking richer. I started talking richer. I started acting richer. And I started aligning all of my lifestyles, beliefs, activities, everything to somewhat of a rich person. I started surrounding myself with more money. I started thinking about higher numbers and bigger goals. And most importantly, I started saying, like, no, this is going to happen. You know, recently I felt like God wouldn't put this burning desire in my soul for it to just not happen. I feel like I just wouldn't have this thought and desire and need for what I want in life for it to just not happen. And maybe that's just absolutely delusion, but that was just a thought I had, and it also just reassured me a little bit more that I am going to make it and it's going to happen. And I also, like, I want to talk about something that I've heard I've heard this for years. I've heard, what did they say? They said, entrepreneurship at a young age can mentally kill you. And in the past, I heard of it. I was like, what do you mean entrepreneurship at a young age could kill you? Like, bro, what? I'm doing good. But now that I think about it, like, every day that you're not working towards it or that you're not getting closer, I feel like I am super, super guilty and I get super stressed. I remember One time at 17 years old, I remember how stressed I was that I didn't have enough money. I literally was so hungry that I sat on the couch. I went on Craigslist and I looked for absolutely any jobs. I looked for sending out emails, creating flyers like for other people. People basically looking for work on Craigslist, like looking for people to work for them, literally for anything. It was no service things, it was all online stuff. And I remember emailing about 10 people and not getting like one email back. I think maybe I got one email back, but it was like, it was just saying that, no, we don't need you. But I remember just how stressed I was that I wasn't achieving anything. And I just felt like a fucking loser. And that brings me into another thing. I feel like I've heard a lot of people say different things about it, and it makes it kind of hard to form my own thoughts because I have like two different opinions in my head, but I feel like one kind of beats the other, and it's hating yourself. Now, this could be destructive, obviously, hating yourself, but like I literally have it in my notes on my computer, and it says hate yourself but love yourself. And I feel like I don't like I'm trying to think of it now almost that it doesn't like what that means to me is that you should never be complacent. Like you should keep going and hate how you look, hate your bank account, hate the people you're around, hate the place you live in. But also you need to love and appreciate all that because you're very, very fortunate. So it goes hand in hand. Because on a daily basis, I hate myself. But on a daily basis, I also love myself. I'm very grateful for everything I have. And I mean, there's been times I don't have much, but I feel like I have the most right now, but I also feel like I hate myself the most right now. So I don't know, it's a weird internal battle. It doesn't affect me much. I don't cry or lose any sleep at night. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I guess I can't get in my protein. That makes me hate myself, and I can't lose a little bit of sleep over that. But yeah, I feel like that almost all kind of stems from just delusion, but good, beneficial delusion. Because I've seen people online grow like crazy just based off of like just stupid fucking delusion. Like literally stupid. Like you would think like, bro, you gotta just stop. But they just keep going, and they're just so delusional that they eventually just end up making it. And with that, I feel like that's the video right there. It's kind of me just talking. Like a lot of these, not a lot of these thoughts, but a good like 25% of these thoughts are kind of just like new. Like I feel like I've never really internalized them or have never really spoken about them out loud. So speaking about all of these things out loud kind of helped me form my thoughts and opinions on it. So yeah, there was a few points in there that are pretty valuable. I hope that someone maybe learned something about themselves through this, because me just speaking about it, I feel like I almost validated it a little bit more in my head. And I hope someone listening to this actually can take something from it and apply it to their own life, apply it to their own situation, and not need a fucking therapist. They just maybe need to hear a few words and to think about it themselves, because you can hear this, but also like you need to sit down alone, quiet, and think about these things, because these thoughts, they weren't in my head years ago. 3 years ago, I was smoking weed, doing nothing with my fucking life, focusing on girls. I was working at Chick-fil-A, and I never thought about probably anything I've just said, literally nothing. And I feel like what really helped me get those thoughts clear was just alone time, being quiet, and self-education. Nothing I learned from school, obviously, self-education, like I said. But yeah, that's the video. I really, I super hope someone takes away something from this video. It would absolutely make my day if someone commented saying like, bro, like that really helped me. Like I really felt that when you said, like, just literally anything like that would make my day. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. This is the third video. I guess I'll start making more videos. Like it's like 11 o'clock and I was just like, bro, I should probably post more, shouldn't I? I was like, what should I talk about? I was like, like Delusion. I feel like that would be a good one, because me making the video would help me think about it more. So yeah, no planning, no scripting. I'm just literally pacing around my room, as you can see, just talking about something I feel like I don't know much about, but I know more just speaking to myself.